It was just me. Oh, you want me to turn the microphone on? Oh, okay. All right. And it was just me. And I started this business and I was like, you know what? I need some help. I need to figure out some people that I can trust. And so I couldn't find the help and support that I needed, so I built it. And that's why you're here today, because we're building community around entrepreneurship. If you're not an entrepreneur, that's okay. We can help you get there. If you want to do something for your community, entrepreneurship is the key. And tonight is special because when I was in uniform, I used to whiteboard where we are right now. I used to whiteboard and figure out what our plans was going to be. And the person that I used to whiteboard with is in the room with us tonight, Rochelle T Parks. Let's give her a round of applause. And this is my sister. This is my battle. This is my family, and she's going to talk tonight a little bit later. But I wanted to make sure that y'all knew that there was a time where this was just an idea in our heads. This was a time where we just thought about business and we were dreaming, and now our dream is a reality. And so I'm gonna let y'all know tonight is about dreaming because dreams actually come true.
Amen.
So I need you guys to get with one another and find you a dream partner. This is my dream partner right here. I'm telling y'all, I'll tell y'all a little bit later. Well, I'll tell y'all now. So we used to sit in the office and we used to whiteboard. Mine was a leadership consulting firm. I didn't know it was going to turn into this, where we're leading veterans in a different way. And hers was all about health and wellness. And now y'all know that she's the health and wellness guru. And if you follow her page, you will see her every day and every other minute talking about health and wellness. But it's a good thing because the information that she puts out is amazing. And so I need you guys to find one person tonight and go, this is how I can help you. These are the things that I know. And then in turn, I need you to also find out how you can help them. And then next month, this time, because we do this the third Thursday of every month, y'all need to come back with the support and then bring someone else in the room. And as we get this community even bigger, we can support thousands and thousands of veterans when they leave the community. So I'm gonna give y'all the room for another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna get started with everything. We're gonna bring some chairs out, and y'all gonna get some information. We're gonna hear from the DAV first. How many of you guys have your VA disability? There's some people that didn't raise your hand. If you don't have your VA disability, you're going to learn how to get that done for free. The DAV has helped so many people in getting their VA disability, and it can change your life, right? And it can help you with avenues to be able to start and become an entrepreneur. So we're gonna have them come up here in a minute, and then we're gonna have the master of health and wellness. Y'all better. Oh, also. There's a survey that I need everybody to fill. If you haven't filled out this survey, leave the room right now and then come back in and fill that form out. But please fill out that form. And the reason why you need to fill out that form is because the state of Virginia, Department of Veteran Services for the state of Virginia gave us a grant. And that's why we're able to do tonight for free for you. But if you don't fill out that survey, we can't do things like this for free for you. So please fill out that form, make sure you fill it out. And also, it's our way to be able to help you and assist you if you need some help, right? It's an anonymous survey that you can fill out. And if you need some type of help, we have professionals that will help you, okay? So get back to mingling and then we'll get started. Because y'all in for a treat tonight. Let's go.
Let's grow.
Let's grow.
Love it.
Yes, sir. I'm a veteran. Thank you for your service.
How you doing?
Absolutely. Are you veterans as well?
Yes.
Do you know that you can go to Patient First and the VA will pay for it? Did you know that?
What is patient first?
Yeah, I know.
Urgent care.
It's one right around the corner from my house.
Let me show you. This is me, Horace Nazaroff. patient first, Richmond. It's the one in Manassas. $476. The VA approved $206. I owe zero.
That's good stuff. Good
It's
stuff.
great.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
I think you get a lot more
All the
visibility
veterans.
here.
Yeah.
They need help. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if it's free,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They can see us from
Yeah.
both
It's
ends.
good. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing.
You like it? You like it better?
Yes.
I wasn't smart enough for the army. I was a Marine.
As soon as you come in, you can see it. You know, when you're driving down this way,
Yeah.
you can see it, which is awesome.
And they can see right in the window and see what we're doing.
Yeah. I like the layout better. Like the other place was,
So if you need security,
That's what you do?
yes,
Yeah.
man.
Okay. I got you. You're having
We
no
manage
company?
risk. So it's not
Okay.
all about security, it's about
Okay.
risk and liability. And security happens to be my profession.
Okay.
Yes, man.
I may need it
Just let me-
sometimes. Seriously.
Yeah. There's a lot of crazies out
There's
there.
a lot of crazies out here, and Took always tell me, well, you got to stop going outside by yourself because it's.
I want you to meet Eric.
How you doing?
So Eric is a part of our outreach team, and as you can tell, he has no body fat either.
Zero. It's good stuff.
But he's helping me with Veterans Growing America. Awesome guy. He's also in the National Guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, Virginia or what? Yeah. Okay.
The cyber
That's kept secret.
unit.
Yeah.
Are you guard?
I was. Yeah, DC Army National Guard. Yeah, this was. Yeah, well, he left, active duty and NGB, and then came to DC Guard. So had a great time.
Yes, we did.
Had a great time.
Command team.
Yeah.
I was going to transition over to guard, but they were playing with me.
That'll
I got
help.
active duty in Marine Corps. I tried to go. I went to go talk to the guard office. I was like, because I still want to be, to serve, And they were like, if you come in, you're gonna lose your rank. I said, I'm not losing my rank. And he was like, we're gonna have to make it like a specialist or something like that. I'm like, dude, I'm a freaking sergeant. Like, why would I have to lose my rank? He's like, oh, well, it's just the way we're doing it now.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we usually demote all Marines.
We're supposed to get +1. We're supposed to get +1.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
That's a
I
bummer.
heard we would get +1. But after that, I just stopped. I was like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, I
Because a
wouldn't.
lot
I
of my
wouldn't have
buddies
done
went
it
over to
either.
the guard after I got out.
My wife and I just
I was like, you know what, let me just easier too.
so getting
You
settled.
know, I wouldn't have wanted to lose any rank either.
Yeah, I wasn't about to.
Yeah.
You work hard for that.
Become a
I'm not trying to.
specialist.
So we were
Nah.
living
Not
in Southern
that-
Rhode Island
it's,
before this.
No.
Guard, so she was getting her master's degree in oceanography.
Absolutely. No, I'm serious though. So you have
Ladies and
Nice to
gentlemen,
meet you.
we have
you
food
have
in the back room.
information or something.
If you go
Yeah,
to
I
this
have
room
my
right here, we got
card.
food in the back room. Also, if you see things on the shelf, feel free to purchase anything.
Okay,
on
how
this
do you-
room.
how do you
It's
do
for
this?
sale, I
Okay.
promise. So if you see something that you like, walk in any of these rooms or any of these spaces over here, please feel free to shop.
And then save. What do you do? And then if you put your information, it'll send it to me.
Okay.
Ready?
But no, just let me know what. Do you do a lot of traveling at all, or just?
Yes and yes. It's just
I got a
like
hook.
you said, it's a lot of crazy people. I just
I
say
got a
that.
hook.
A lot of crazy.
I'm just gonna walk off and do this.
I go to Atlanta a lot. Atlanta. Actually, I leave Tuesday going to Nashville. I gotta go film some content in Nashville. But Atlanta is probably it's funny, I got an email from Delta yesterday. They gave me like a recap of 2025, and Atlanta was my most frequently traveled city. I knew that already though. Atlanta probably the most. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have my LEOSA, so I'm a law enforcement officer, so I can carry it in the state. United
Okay.
States and
Okay.
territories.
Okay.
And then I have a couple of guys that I can call to do some work like that. They can carry multiple states as well.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Good for you. Who brought you out tonight?
Yeah.
He made.
Just let me know when,
Let's see.
what you're looking for.
Okay. Okay, it's in there. I was about to say I need to be able to search, but it's security in there. Okay, good, because I'm like I'll see the name, and be like, okay, what was it? You know, I will.
It has all my.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once I identify who it is,
Did it send it to you?
I'm gonna also text you my other number.
Okay,
That one right there is my business line.
got it.
Let's start putting out the chairs.
You could just add that number to.
My wife
Okay.
can take this smell, I guess. I don't know what it is and everything. So, but I'll be here on that.
Yep. So which
That would 571-353.
so this would okay. It's like what's that like your mobile?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got you down there for two of the same things. So, let me see. Maybe one of those. Okay. All right.
I have your number saved, so you
get
can
some
always
chairs
call
out?
if you call or
Can you
text.
help us
I
bring
know
some
it's
chairs
you.
out?
Okay.
I don't pick up random numbers.
I
Too
got
many.
you.
Too
No,
many
I got
spams
it.
out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I got a call today saying that they said Wells Fargo, your business bank account. I don't even have Wells Fargo. They said, oh, we stopped a $16,000 transfer ACH.
I got the same thing. It was Apple. It was this Apple transaction. Did you approve this? And I'm like, I sent it to my husband. I was like, he was like, it looks spammy. Look at it. Like, I was like, this is crazy.
It is.
You know?
My
I was
wife,
like,
she felt like she does like Etsy stuff,
Uh-huh.
so she sells a lot of her products.
Uh-huh.
She works on Etsy. She got an email. It was very close to the Etsy, but she's not as well versed on a lot of the scams. So like they were trying to transfer money out of her account, and her
wow.
account got frozen. I'm like, I said, this is a scam. Look, you look at the email.
I know, but you know, I have almost got many times, you know. And so he always says, look at the emails or look at the extension, whatever. I'm like, oh man. But yeah, I got something. I was like, but it said Apple, like, and I'm like, well,
We're gonna do rolls.
I'm like, I don't know, like, he was like, Ro, that's scammy. It looks fishy. I said, oh man. So he's an IT guy, so of course he's looking at all that type of stuff. I'm like, ah. So I just when I see stuff like that. Close to that point where I'm,
And,
you know,
and understanding somewhat about Atlanta, it can get hectic over there too.
absolutely. And even, just here doing things, and I'm thinking we're probably going to have an event in June. I'm probably going to need some security for it. So I'm just thinking about some things. And so I just want to, when I need security, I want to be able to know who I can call because I've never used it before. But it's getting there.
I don't know where we're gonna put it, but I need a path to the register.
Are you from DC or no?
I mean, I've been here for over 30 years, but I'm from Texas. But I went to Howard, so I've been here since '88. So I've been here, a long time. Yeah. You're from Texas?
No, I said no.
Yeah.
I'm from up north. So
Okay.
I'm from New York. I grew up in the Bronx.
Okay, yeah, I'm from Houston, but I came
Good evening. Good evening. So I'm gonna bring up Miss Shannon Ford. She is the Junior Vice Commander of the DAV, number 16,447. Oh, number 15? Oh, okay, I put all the extra numbers in there. Oh, okay. But what she's gonna talk about is your VA disability. Why is your VA disability important? After serving X number of years in the military, you probably put yourself in harm's way several different ways, and it's the military's job or the government's job to make sure that you come back whole. And they want to make sure that you get all of the things that you qualify for with your VA disability. But I'll let her explain that. But she has 5 minutes.
Rochelle.
Somebody do my timer. I'm just messing with y'all. Without further ado, Miss Shannon Ford.
Microphone, so if you can't hear me, let me know. So like, I like it that way. Okay. So like Donnell said, I'm Shannon Ford. And you're gonna mic me up, man. And I am the Junior Vice Commander for DAV Chapter 15 in Manassas. I want to thank Donnell for giving me just a few minutes, 5, y'all heard him, to talk about DAV, which is Disabled American Veterans. DAV was founded in 1920 by wounded World War I veterans who realized coming home was only part of the battle. So life after service was often just as challenging. So they came together with one simple goal: to help veterans live better, and live better lives with dignity and respect. And that mission is just as important today. So DAV is a nonprofit organization, and one of the most important things to know is all DAV services are provided free of charge. If a vet or their family needs help, we're there. One of the biggest ways DAV helps is making sure veterans can access the benefits that they've earned. Many vets don't realize what they qualify for, and others just feel completely overwhelmed by the VA claims process. But these benefits can mean a stable housing environment, access to health care, and peace of mind for an entire family. It's not charity, it's advocacy. We support veterans beyond paperwork. We help support caregivers and create a sense of community, because taking off the uniform doesn't mean the challenges end, and no veteran should have to face those challenges alone. Supporting this mission alongside DAV is the DAV Auxiliary. The Auxiliary is made up of spouses, family members, and others who focus on support, outreach, and advocacy, especially for caregivers, survivors, and veterans who might otherwise be overlooked. Together, the DAV chapters and auxiliary units work to support not just the veteran, but the entire family. Locally, DAV Chapter 15 and Auxiliary Unit 15 in Prince William County, we work to serve our community. This is neighbors helping neighbors. What truly sets DAV apart is its philosophy. We don't believe in handouts, we believe in hand-ups. We stand beside our veterans and empower them to move forward with confidence and dignity. You don't have to be retired. You don't have to be combat wounded. If your military service changed your life physically or mentally, then we're here for you. And if you're not a veteran, there's still a role for you to play. So you can volunteer, support the mission, or spread the word so no veteran feels forgotten. Let's see. Pretty much that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop by our table back there. We have several members of DAV Chapter 15, including our commander, some other officers here. We have members from the DAV Auxiliary, including State Department of Virginia representatives, the commander, and the state chaplain. Right. So please feel free, drop by. We'll be glad to answer any questions for you.
If I can add, within the Commonwealth of Virginia, there are approximately 36 chapters throughout the Commonwealth. There's 2 in Prince William County, 1 in Woodbridge, and the other in Manassas. That's where we're on. But most of the other counties have at least 1 chapter. We just opened up a brand new chapter in Loudoun County for the first time ever to service that whole area out there. So just as an FYI, if you can't reach a particular chapter in your area, you can contact the next nearby one, and they can work with you to try to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you. Anything else before I go have a seat? It's timing. Thank you, Donnell.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
John, how was that? It was perfect? I don't know if you know, but that's John and Shannon are a couple. They are married. And so he better say the right thing or else he's going to be sleeping on the couch. So,
30+ years.
30 years? Oh, let's give him a round of applause for 30 years. So, oh, you've been married for 50-some years? 53? Wow. So, me and my son are going to tag team this introduction, and the reason being is number one, he's a lieutenant now. He got to introduce the senior officer in the room, right?
Come on.
United States Army, the best one.
Okay, who?
He's a Marine. Oh, he wanted to be in the Army. He wanted to be in the Army. But so the reason why this is important is so many different reasons, right? But the most important thing is your health. Your health, if you don't have it, it can change everything for you. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you a little bit of my story that happened to me last week. I'm driving home. Actually, I was driving to work, and I felt this pain in my side. It was stabbing me so bad. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't really even pay attention. And I was on my way to drop my car off to get fixed. And if I could have jumped out my skin, I would have did it right there. I would have been outside of my body, but I was in so much pain, and I had a kidney stone. Well, y'all know kidney stones come from eating terribly, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years, is I've been eating terribly. And I was sitting in the dealership yelling like a little girl, yelling hard, right? And I was in pain. And if I could have did anything at that moment to change the way I ate right then and there, I would have done that. That's how much pain I was in. I had to catch an Uber back home, and I was in the Uber, and I could not get comfortable. I couldn't sit. I couldn't do anything. It was super painful. And the first thing that came to my mind was Rochelle T Parks. Because I know, based off of sitting in the room with her on a daily basis for 3 years, and then listening to her every day on social media, and when I call her, it's a constant reminder that I should be doing the right thing. And I was like, you know what, I need to be eating right. And we started talking about January, and everybody comes up with these New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna do all of this, and I'm gonna do all of that, and I'm gonna do all of this. And the 10th was National Quitters Day. It was National Quitters Day on the 10th. Well, I made it past that day because I hadn't even started yet. I hadn't started yet, but I was waiting for today because we're going to get some information that's life-changing and earth-shattering. I've heard the information. I could get a class myself, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not the health motivator. But I wanted to share the information that I needed a couple years ago when I started eating terribly, right? I want to share that information with you guys. When you hear her bio, you're going to understand the magnitude of the information that she's going to be sharing with you, how powerful it is by the people that she helps. I've watched her transform the lives of several people. I've watched her change people's lives in a way that they are grateful for learning the information. And she holds you accountable. Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today from a person that is gonna give you some information that truly cares. Like a sister, like a mother, like a friend, right? One of them people that's gonna tell you what you're supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be doing it, and tell you when you're right and tell you when you're wrong, right? And so we're gonna have the young lieutenant. This is my son right here, Donnell Jr. He's a second lieutenant in the United States Army. He is also the manager of this store. He also keeps this store running on a daily basis. So when we're not here, he makes sure it works. But Lieutenant, listen to your Sergeant Major and read that.
Okay, yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
All right. At the house, I call him Sergeant Major Dad. I'm gonna just hold it, okay? All right. Okay, so Rochelle T Parks, also known as Coach Rowe, also known as Colonel Parks, is a wife of 30 plus years, mother of 3, and retired active duty military officer with 25 plus years of experience in health and wellness. Outside of her role as wife and mother, she spends a great deal of her time transforming lives through her signature program, Sugar Ain't Sweet, where she teaches her clients how to reverse chronic disease and release weight with God's food. I love that she says that, God's food. Some of her noted health coaching clients include CeCe Winans, legendary gospel artist, and multi-Grammy Award winner Montel Jordan.
This is how we do it.
R&B songwriter and producer, who's most notably known for This Is How
We do it.
She also helped Dr. Eric Thomas, critically acclaimed author, world-renowned speaker, and pastor of A Place of Change Ministry. Dr. Darius Daniels, spiritual leader, coach, entrepreneur, and pastor of Change Church. And prophetess Tiffany Montgomery, prophet, teacher, entrepreneur, and founder of Covered by God and Millions Conference. So as you see, she got a whole bunch of people who are not only high up in their status, but high up in their faith. She also educates the masses by providing educational content through her social media platforms. Y'all got social media? Go ahead, search up Coach Rowe. She gonna pop up. You can even Google it. It works. I tried it. She goes into grocery stores to show people how they're being misled by the marketing ploys of food manufacturers. Since retiring from the military in 2018, it says Rochelle, but I'm going to say Colonel Parks. Colonel Parks has helped 10,000 plus people through her custom programs and has impacted hundreds of thousands of people through her social media platforms. Colonel Parks is also an Amazon best-selling author. Y'all clap it up for that. Having written her book, The Priority Has to Be You, 10 Keys to Achieving Optimal Health. Colonel Parks is a certified health coach. And y'all give it up for the woman, the myth, the legend, Rochelle T Parks.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Let's get this party started. I had slides today, but I told Sergeant Major, I said, so even though we're retired, he's forever Sergeant Major, right? So I said, no, I think we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk today. So I'm just gonna let you all know right now, I am just a little girl from Houston, Texas, right? Come on now, H-Town. So youngest of 8. Always had an interest in science and health, though, my entire life. Health and wellness has always been my thing. God told me that when I was a little girl. I thought I was going to be a physician, right? I went to high school for the health professions in Houston, Texas. It's not called the Michael Lee DeBakey School or something, but it was the high school for the health professions. And came to the East Coast because I attended Howard University, okay? HU? No. Okay, come on. Come on, just trying to see who wasn't here. But listen, I took the MCATs, but by the time I took the MCATs, I knew medical school wasn't for me. I didn't want to do it. And so I always think of the scripture. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans of hope and a future." And so whereas I thought I was going to become a physician, God said, no, I have different plans for you. Whereas I thought I was going to be writing prescriptions for people to get medication, God said, no. What I'm going to do is help you get people off medications, right? So helping people in their health has always been my passion. So what did I do? In the military, I was the go-to person for health, fitness. At my church, over the health ministry. And so I'm doing this thing, and I'm doing this thing pretty successfully, just all locally. And I think where this thing blew up is April 5th of 2020, I found myself rushing my husband to the hospital because he was in diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA. And so for those of you who don't know what that is, basically his organs were shutting down. He was really slipping away into a diabetic coma, unbeknownst to me. But because I'm Rochelle T Parks, because of all the training that I've had, got a Bachelor of Science degree in medical technology from Howard, went to high school for the health professions. I mean, I worked as a med tech at LabCorp for 6 years before I went active duty with the Guard. I knew a lot of stuff. And so started checking his numbers and things like that. Long story short, I got into the hospital in time. So I'll just tell you, his A1C was 15.6. His blood sugars were in excess of 600. But praise God, I got into the hospital in time. Now, this was April 5th of 2020, right? Right in the middle of COVID. Whole country is shut down. They were able to stabilize his numbers. And he was discharged on April 9th. Now, I will tell you that before my husband went to the hospital, before that happened, I had already helped people reverse type 2 diabetes. I'd already helped people lose hundreds of pounds. I just had never helped anybody in my own home. And so while he was in the hospital, I tell people I was home putting together a plan. And I know people are like, well, how is it that your husband, how'd that happen to him? Like, he lived with you. I'm like, well, he lived with me, but he's not me, okay? And I can't make anybody do anything. And so what I did was pray, okay? And so that incident was actually answered prayer. Not that he would be harmed, but that he would have a wake-up call. So it was answered prayer. And he was discharged on April 9th, and the doctors told him, said, Mr. Parks, you're a very sick man, and you will be on this medication for the rest of your life. You're going to have to stick yourself in the stomach 4 times a day with insulin and take metformin once a day for the rest of your life. And I said, the devil is a liar. I said, that won't be our story. He doesn't have to be, but he will have to make some changes. And so he came home April 9th, and I knew he was ready, right? They say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, right? I knew he was ready. Came home, we immediately implemented the plan that I put in place, and he was off all his medication in 8 days. 8 days. 8 days, no medication. Come on, let's clap that up. 8 days, no medication. The doctors were like, what is she feeding you? And what was it? God's food. And so that begs the question, what is God's food? This is God's food. Meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, legumes. That's God's food. And I know many of you thinking, I eat that already. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you are sick, you're eating a little bit more than God's food, right? So people say, well, I eat that already. I'm not saying you don't eat it, but you eat more of the bad stuff than you do the good stuff, because God's food doesn't promote sickness. Healthy eating doesn't promote sickness. So that is probably the biggest hurdle I have to get over, is getting people to accept that what you're doing is not helping you, it's actually harming you. And so then when people say, no, but I eat God's food, but my blood sugar is still elevated. And then I have to remind people of the scripture. 1 Corinthians 10:23 says, all things are lawful, but not all things are profitable. So you may be eating God's food, but it's not working for you. So you have to make some adjustments, right? So we start with God's food, and then we might have to make some adjustments. You say, well, how should I eat God's food? Okay? So 3 things, right? I call these three keys to achieving optimal health, right? Number 1, eat God's food. I told you what that was: meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grain, legumes. Number 2, principle number 2, eat it as close to its original state as possible. What does that mean? You want to eat God's whole food, right? I tell people, eat the orange versus drinking the orange juice, right? Eat the cauliflower versus the cauliflower rice. People have this aversion with eating God's whole food. I don't know why. And don't overcook your vegetables. The vegetables should have a little crunch to it. If it's mushy, there's no nutritional value. And that's the whole point of the vegetable, is for nutrients. And if they're mushy, if the broccoli is mushy, if the green beans are mushy, if the cabbage is mushy, it's just air pudding at this point. It's no nutritional value, right? And so, and some people are used to eating mushy vegetables, and those people are probably not well, right? So, eat the food God calls food. Eat it as close to its original state as possible. Principle number 3, do not allow any food to become your God. This is the one. That means no addictions. No addictions to sugar, no addictions to salt, to caffeine, to chocolate, to chips. If you say you got to have it, I'm telling you, you don't need it. You do not need it. If you have to have coffee every single day, you're an addict. You say, oh, no, I drink it black. I don't put sugar, I put honey. You're still an addict. Do you understand me? Because here it is. People say, no, Coach, I left alone. I don't do white sugar, I do honey. The body doesn't discriminate. It'll take sugar in whatever form you give it. It say, you know what? I'll take honey. I'll take agave. I'll take monk fruit. I'll take dates. I'll take raisins. I'll take yogurt. I'll take granola. I'll take oatmeal. Whatever. I'll take almond milk. You're still going to get the same dopamine hit as you would if you were taking cocaine. Do y'all understand? And so people think, so my vegans, they think they're doing something because they're not doing the red meat or the eggs, but they're killing the pasta. So the cholesterol is still elevated, and they're still overweight, a lot of them. Right? Do we know anybody like that? Okay, let them know. Then it's worse. And you say, no, I don't do white sugar. I do Splenda. Well, that's even worse, because that's artificial sugar, and that's linked to cancer. So Splenda is the commercial name. Sucralose is the scientific name. But this is why I say we have to be our number 1 health advocate. Why? Because you can find Splenda on the shelf in the grocery store. Right? Splenda, Equal, NutraSweet, Sweet and Low, all these things are artificial sweeteners. FDA approved, though. FDA says
I can put an artificial sweetener in a product and say it's sugar free, even though it has artificial sugar. So the diabetics will go in the grocery store looking for the sugar free fruit, sugar free, and it's bad. It's making their numbers worse. And they don't understand. No, doc, I'm not doing sugar. I got the peaches that said sugar free. But if you flip it around, it has sucralose, right? This is what I'm telling you, and it pains me. We perish for lack of knowledge. We don't know what we don't know, and we just keep getting sick. And so if you just eat God's food, and so you say, well, how is this possible? How did your husband eat these things, and all of a sudden he got off medication 8 days? You have to understand how the body works. And so in my program, Sugar Ain't Sweet, I explain to the people how the body works. Okay, now I'm about to give you this is just basic biology, okay? Basic, like 9th grade biology, right? So just listen to me for a second. Let me just tell you this. If you break us down to our most basic unit, we're made up of cells, right? Cells. Now, I read this in a book and it blew my mind. It said it takes 19 vitamins and minerals with non-amino acids with the perfect protein to make a perfect cell. I'm going to say it again. It takes 19 vitamins and minerals with non-amino acids with the perfect protein to make a perfect cell. You say, okay, what's the significance of that? Well, if you're missing one nutrient, you're making imperfect cells for 7 days. And those imperfect cells manifest into disease. So in essence, what I'm saying, there's one root cause of disease, one root cause, and that's malfunctioning of cells. So whatever the condition, whatever the illness, whatever it is, one root cause, malfunctioning of cells. And there are 2 main causes of malfunctioning of cells: lack of nutrients and exposure to toxins. Okay, so let's go back to these cells. You break us down, the most basic unit, we're made up of cells, right? Okay, this is what happens. Cells make up tissues. Tissues make up organs. Organs make up organ systems. Organ systems make up the organism, which is the person. Okay? So if you have healthy cells, it's going to make healthy tissues, which will make healthy organs. Okay? You know, organs, heart, liver, lungs, right? Pancreas. Okay? Gallbladder, okay? If you have healthy organs, it's going to make healthy organ systems, right? Respiratory system, skeletal system, central nervous system, integumentary system, urinary system, right? And if you have healthy organ systems, you'll be a healthy person. You say, okay, Coach, well, how do I get healthy cells, right? Remember those 19 vitamins and minerals, right? Remember those nutrients? Where do we get nutrients from? Food, right? We get nutrients from food. So food is the foundation for health. It's not supplements. It's not exercise. It's not food. And it starts at the cellular level. Does that make sense? But this is what happens. If a person has a heart condition and they go to the cardiologist, what is the cardiologist going to do? Medicine. Give them medication, right? But guess what? Medication treats the organ. It doesn't heal the organ. Because healing starts at what level? At the cellular level. Right? Medication treats you. It does not heal you. When my husband went to the hospital, he needed the doctors. Guess what? The doctors saved his life. But God's food healed his body. Do you understand? So people say, oh no, I'm good, Coach Roy. I'm managing my diabetes with medication. I'm like, no, we don't want to manage it. We want to reverse it. We want to get rid of it. Okay? We want to manage it. Who wants to manage? Anybody here want to manage blood pressure? You want to no, you want to get rid of it. And you can once you understand how the body works. And it's the same for everybody. Okay? So you don't have to pull me off to the side and say, Coach Rowe, what about? No, I'm going to say resign your membership to the what about committee. Okay? Don't pull me. I'm telling you, it's the same for everybody. Everybody. So I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm here to tell you that God's food is undefeated. There has not been one person, there has not been one that has come to me for help and did what I recommended they do, and they didn't get the results.
Coach, I've been on medication for 25 years. Guess what? They're free today. Coach, I've been trying to lose these same 20 pounds for 20 years. Guess what? They lost 35 since when? Since October. Somebody right here that's in the program. First time meeting her. She heard I was going to be here and she came. She's in the program. She said she lost 35 pounds since October. Because we don't lose weight, we release weight. Because see, when y'all lose it, y'all find it again. So let me explain to you how this is possible. In our bodies right now, we have trillions of cells. This is going to blow your mind. Every time I think about this, this just blows my mind. We have trillions of cells in our bodies right now. But watch this. God in his infinite wisdom, I think he knew what he was doing when he made us, right? Says the body replaces about 330 billion cells every 24 hours. 330 billion cells every 24 hours. That's roughly 3.8 million cells being replaced every second of your life. So you say, how did your husband get off medication in 8 days? Because when I think about 3.8 million cells being replaced every second of his life, and now they're being replaced with God's food. So these are healthy cells that are rapidly repairing his tissues, rapidly repairing his organs, rapidly repairing his organ systems, and he became a healthy person. Does that make sense? People say, well, how soon can I expect results? I say immediately. Because when you change what you put in your body changes. Immediately. You say, well, why didn't they tell me that? They probably don't know. Real talk. Doctors get like less than a day on nutrition. They are taught pharmacology, how to administer medication, how to save your life. And we need them for that because they saved my husband's life. But they don't know how to heal your body. That is a fact. I'm telling you, so I'm not anti-doctors. We need them. My husband was beyond a salad, okay, when he was home with me. I tried it. I was trying to give him salads and smoothies, and I was doing all these things. I think I got his blood sugar down to about 303. That's the low. I couldn't get it below 300. And then the last time I took it, it didn't even register. It just said hi. It just said hi. And I looked in the manual. I said, what does this mean? It was in excess of 600. I said, now I'm thinking diabetic coma. And that's when I knew I had to get him to the hospital. He was beyond the salad, so he needed emergency care. And that's all I needed them to do was stabilize his numbers and then come home. And then we took care of the rest. And that's been the case for every single person that's come through this program. God's food is undefeated. 3.8 million cells being replaced every second of your life. So that means you must consider everything you put in your mouth. Everything matters. Everything. The little scoop in the candy jar, the couple of cookies you get out the bed and go down to the pantry for when you're late at night. All of it matters. Every cup of coffee, everything. There's no in between. Everything is either building you up or breaking you down. There's no gray area. Building you up or breaking you down. That's it. It's just that simple. It's just, and so it's not about your bloodline. It's not about your heredity. It's not about your big mama, your pawpaw. Ain't about none of that. It's about you. Because these things, they don't run in your bloodline. They run in your behavior. People say, oh, high blood pressure, everybody in my family, they probably all ate the same way. It's a lie. It's a lie. And the minute we accept it, the minute we can do something about it to change it. It's okay, well, Coach, some of these things, they say I have a genetic predisposition. Okay. Some cancers you may have a 10% genetic predisposition to. But guess who has control of the other 90%? We do. But people want to hang their hat on 10% because they don't want to change. I say, how many people want change? Or I do. How many people want to change? People don't want to change. They just want what they want. And you're going to get what you get. But you cannot be upset about the results you don't have from the work you have not done. You cannot be upset. Can't be mad. If you're going to be mad at you. I don't know how we can live a sedentary lifestyle, eat trash, do sugar all day, and expect to be well. How? Where? How is it possible? We say we're tired. I'm too tired to exercise. Well, exercise actually gives you energy. Coach Ro, do you have anything for energy? I'm like, well, what do you, food is fuel. What are you eating? Some people never eat vegetables. If they do, they're dead already. You shop down the aisles instead of the periphery when everything on the aisles is dead already. I don't know how you pick up something off the shelf that has an expiration date that's 2 years from now and think you're going to get life from that. You can't get life from death. It's already dead. This is where we shop. When you hit that periphery, down the produce, you come out of there, your basket should be full already. You swing around, you get some meat or some fish or whatever, and get some water and get on up out of there. That's it. It pains me. I go to the grocery store and I see people, they're already in the little buggy. They can't even walk. And they got 6 packs of Cokes hanging off the basket. I'm like, you can't walk already. It's craziness. We don't know how to read labels. We have no idea the things that are harming our bodies. We have no idea. 60% of what you put on your skin goes directly into your bloodstream. So when I see people all in Bath and Body Works and all these, I'm like, it's just killing your cells. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. Artificial colors. Red 40, blue 1, yellow 5, yellow 6. Gatorade, Powerade, it's energy drinks, it's in fruit punches, it's in, cake icings, all these things, artificial colors. It's bad. Link to ADHD in kids, link to cancer. But we just, absolutely, red velvet cake. Somebody said, come on. I'm just saying, that's what it is. That's what it is. But this is why we're sick, though. This is why we're sick. And we're setting up our babies for an early adulthood of disease. I have people calling me already because their preteens are already pre-diabetic already. High blood pressure already. Well, because they're eating trash. And we're letting them. We're the parents. We're too busy trying to be the friend. Say, how do you get your daughter to drink water? I tell her to drink water. She's a kid. She don't buy nothing here. And I always ask the question, well, could you tell your parents that? No. Well, then why do you let the kids tell you that? It's always the same. I'm just saying we're not doing what I'm telling you, because they're going to grow up and they're going to realize that they're not well, and they're going to come back and they're going to resent you. Say, why didn't you parent me, is what they're going to ask. You're the parent. I get this all the time. All the time. Can you come talk to my child that, give them to eat vegetables? I said, no. I need to talk to you. They don't eat it because you don't eat it. I don't need to talk to a child. You are the biggest influence in their life, not me. They're not people, the kids, y'all know these smart kids, they're not paying attention to what we say, they're watching what you do. And they will call you a hypocrite. They will. These are different kids today. But I need you to know, I used to think this was a cliche. It says, you are what you eat. Y'all have heard that before, right? But it's true. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. And here's the clearest example. When I think of how a baby is formed. When you take the egg cell and the sperm cell come together, you got the zygote, right? Becomes a embryo, and over time, after a couple of weeks, and the organs start forming, right? So all these cells, but guess what? These tissues are forming and are forming organs and things like that. So that's coming from who? The mother, from what she's eating, right? So the mother is actually after the baby is formed and it's fertilization happened, the mother is solely responsible for this baby at this point. And so I think of the store Build-A-Bear, right? No. She's building the baby cell by cell with everything she puts in her mouth. So when the babies come out and they got eczema, guess what? The mama did that. When they got the allergies, the mama did that. I can say it because I did it. I got 3. My daughter had eczema. I'm like, where'd she get this from? Me? Because I was eating trash. My son, who's 29, he's my oldest, but at the age of 7, he had 5 cavities. I said, boy, what you been eating? All the trash I was putting in this lunch. The Dunkin' Sticks, the Kool-Aid Jammers, the Capri Suns, the pecan twists, the honey buns, with no water, the fruit cups and the heavy syrup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Peanut butter and jelly, the good ones, huh? I'm just saying, listen, I've been there. I was doing it too. They say when you know better, you do better, right? When you do better, you feel better. When you feel better, you live better. Who wants to live better? Okay, then you got to do better. So once you know this, like I'm going to say this, you're not going to be able to unhear what you've heard today. You're not. And if you go forward and continue on the path that you're on, and if the shoe fits, if you continue, then it's just willful neglect. It's just willful neglect. But I do a free masterclass 7 days a week. It's free. At 7 p.m. every night. As a matter of fact, it's starting right now because it's a recording. But teaching, going more in depth about this very same thing. This is so simple, you all. It's nothing. If you were to ask the people in my community, like, what is she, like, what's happening? Like, what is she teaching? It's 3 things. Eating God's food, moving the body, and drinking water. That's really it. But more people are eating more lab experiments than God's food. Eating God's food, drinking water, and moving their body. That is it. The same thing I used to help Cece. I also helped her brother, Pastor Marvin Winans, Pastor Darius, Tiffany, Eric Tom. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Is it the same thing, Verna?
I'm no celebrity. Okay, I'm just Verna, a person who was suffering and decided to make a change, was going to go and take a GLP-1 the day before your program came out.
Wow.
And the Lord said, you will not. Just not for me. I'm not saying that's not good for anybody else, but for me, and I found your program. And how I found your program, but Swabby, who's this lady? Who's this lady? And I saw you on CC Winans' program. I said, she know her? I said, wait, let me watch this. And the next day I joined the program. And the next day I changed my life. I stopped eating what I was eating.
Praise God.
35 pounds later. I'm still on my journey. I'm 14 weeks in the program. I'm still young at the program. I have a long way to go. But this program keeps you engaged. And you have to be in the community in order to survive. Okay, once you disconnect yourself, you have a problem. So I'm just making a suggestion from my own personal. Okay, I'm here. My son is in the military. He's in the Air Force. I'm a military mom. I'm very happy. Okay, he's coming down. He'll be at Langley Air Force Base. I want to scream. Okay, I live a block away from here.
Oh, wow.
Coach was coming today. Somebody told me. She's going to be here at the Veterans. I said, you said what now? I said, okay, I'm going to be here. And I'm here because this woman, after So
Mm.
now I want to help people too.
Praise
So I want
God.
to be that example. And I didn't know I was going to have this one-on-one. This right here is a blessing. You got the coach. I have her all to myself. Hide. I just, no one is here. You know how many thousands of people she talks to on a daily basis? And I have her today all to myself. Okay. Thank you
No.
so much, Coach, for what you're doing and what you're doing to change the
Praise God.
masses, because these chemicals that we're eating, that you know, that is in our food is killing us. And
Yes.
my whole refrigerator is vegetables only.
Praise
And guess
God.
what? I'm having a real good time with it.
Praise
My
God.
salad is out of this world. And thanks to Coach, she also hosted a couple in the kitchen with Coach. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Thank you, Verna. Thank you. Thank you, Verna. Thank you. Wow. Praise God. Praise God. Y'all, this is simple. You know, people, they say it's hard. It's hard to be healthy. Well, I say it's harder to be sick. It's harder to be sick. It's harder to have to remember to fill your prescriptions. It's harder to live with chronic body pain. It's hard to not sleep well at night. It's hard to have debilitating menstrual cycles or deal with erectile dysfunction or hot flashes or high blood pressure or arthritis. That's hard. So if we're going to call it hard, I say choose your hard. Because I'd rather for it to be hard and healthy than hard and still sick. Choose your hard. But what I tell you is it feels good to feel good. I'm 55 years old, and in 2025, I ran a marathon a month from January to October. I did 10 marathons last year. And I feel great. I feel great. So I know people ask, well, this is for awareness, you all. Okay, I'm not diabetic. Okay, nowhere close. This is a continuous glucose meter because I believe everybody should know how the food that they eat, how it affects their body. So I always want to know. Always want to know. My husband, he used to prick his finger. He actually just started wearing one probably about a month ago, but he still checks his blood sugar every day, every day, every day. And he never went back on medications. People say, he's still great. Never went back. Never went back. Because once you know the information, it's too easy. It's too easy to live this life. I control the scale. I control it. I know how to lose weight. I mean, we all know how to put on weight, right? But I know how to lose the weight. I know how to release the weight. I pretty much know. I know how to shop in the grocery store. I eat kind of the same things. I know how my numbers are gonna be affected if I eat this or if I eat that. I know my body. It's not rocket science. So all it requires is a willingness to change, a desire to feel better, a belief that you can feel better. You have to believe that God's food is undefeated. I ask people, where's your faith? Where it says your faith has made you whole. Where's your faith? Because whether it's amlodipine, lisinopril, Ozempic, like whatever it is, insulin, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30, it doesn't matter. 3.8 million cells being replaced every second of your life. Is that not powerful? You have a say. You have a say. I am Rochelle T Parks. I am your health motivator. And guess what? Whether you like it or not, I do not care. I can, I will, and I must continue to walk alongside each and every one of you and help you to achieve optimal health. That's all I got. I'll take any questions you may have. I'm sure somebody got a question. I know somebody got a question after hearing that.
We're going to open the floor to questions. I know y'all got some questions.
Well, he just asked, how does he watch your show?
Oh, it's on, so the URL is IamTheHopeMasterclass.com. All one word. IamTheHopeMasterclass.com. IamTheHopeMasterclass.com. It's every day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 days a week.
That's live.
It's a recording, but yeah, you just log in, get registered. I'll send you the link and you log on. I would say register the day you're gonna do it though, because it's every day. So like if you were to, well, it's 7:10. If like you were to register right now, it'll give you a link for tomorrow probably, but you can't say register one day and expect to go another day because it's a different link every day. Yes.
Have you helped anyone get off dialysis?
Yes. So you didn't burn your membership, did you? Remember I said, what about committee? Everybody has, I know, it's more. What else y'all want to know? See, you really have to understand, okay? So dialysis, right? So we're dealing with the kidneys, right? Kidneys are an organ. And see, if you just really think about the cell theory, like I know it's kind of hard to believe, okay? But think about it. With any condition that you have, just reverse engineer it. What organ system is this? What organ is this? Oh, okay. I need to heal the tissues. How do I heal the tissues? By healing the cells. How do I heal the cells? By eating God's food. It really is just that simple. I know it's hard to believe. It's hard. You only got one person here, but I'm talking tens of thousands of people, literally, that have come through my program. I have no idea how many people that just pick up the information, from my social media. That's why I say hundreds of thousands. I got over 500,000 followers on Instagram, so I have no idea how many people, but I know 10,000 plus have come through my program.
Tell us about which. I've been hearing a lot about like different seed oils, like what's better to use, like whether it's like butter or ghee.
Yep. That's good. That's good. So seed oils contribute to inflammation. So they're talking about. So I use olive oil and avocado oil. Those are two that I use. Ghee is good too, and I use butter as well, organic butter. But seed oils would be canola oil, right? Grapeseed oil, probably corn oil, maybe like things like that. For sure, vegetable oil, so yeah, it just contributes to inflammation, right? Produces omega-6 fatty acids, which that's not, you want omega-3s. So, but yeah.
You say your preference is the olive oil and the avocado oil?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah. And I use mostly avocado oil because olive oil, if it gets above a certain temperature, it can release carcinogenic compounds. So I use mostly avocado oil. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah. And so, I'm not vegan, okay, a vegetarian. Most people assume that I am. I am not. I like a little cheeseburger too. Okay. I like. And so people think, oh, you don't eat sugar. I like sugar, y'all. I have a governor. Okay, I have discipline. And so people say, sugar is the devil. No, it's not. Sugar is not a demon. You just don't have any discipline. Right? God made the sugar cane. Like sugar is not a bad thing. It's just that we just use too much of it.
Okay, so that would bring me to a question then. If we wanted to we call treat ourselves once in a blue moon and still have some of those pleasures, some of the ones that we know that aren't good, is there like kind of a recipe for what you have to do to make sure you kind of put enough in your body after that?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
To make sure you're not going off track.
So this is how I explain this. So think of your financial bank account, right? Your financial bank account is where you have your money. Well, you have a health bank account. And so if you're sick, let me define sick. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetic, inflammation, sleep, insomnia, sleep apnea, chronic body pain, low energy, hot flashes, overweight, obese, like all these things. This is sick, y'all. This is sick. I know people probably don't think they're sick when they have these things. They're sick, right? So if you have all these things or any of these things, you're in the red. right? So we must get in the black first, okay? Must get in the black, because what you can't do is heal the body and hurt the body at the same time. So let's get in the black. How do we get in the black? By eating God's food, right? Healing the body, reverse these conditions, right? And then once we're in the black, we want to, no, don't do it yet, because you're in the black, but you still broke. You only got $2 in the bank, okay? You still broke. So we got to pad the account. Pad the account, just like your financial bank account. You may be in the black, right? But you got $100. You can't write a check for $500, right? You got to put some more money in the bank. You got to make more healthy deposits, right? And then once you feel like, okay, I'm thinking I'm good. I think I can say no to the cookies. I can eat a cookie and not eat the whole sleeve. Okay, I think I'm delivered. I don't have to do Starbucks every day. I don't, you know, I can say no when you're delivered. Then okay, you can have. It's no big deal. I still do cheeseburgers, fries, pizza, ice cream. I just don't do it all the time.
So we can still have those little.
Yeah. Well, once you get in the black and you pad your account, see, I feel like I'm a billionaire when it comes to this health bank account. So I feel like I do it. I do those things. I just don't do it all the time. But I like chocolate. I like cookies. I like ice cream. I just don't do it all the time. But most people want to get there. I'm like, no, you still got a little red on you.
What kind of salad dressing is your salad?
Yeah. Vinegar. Yeah. That's the one. Newman's Classic Oil and Vinegar is the salad dressing that I recommend. Has no sugar in it.
With avocado oil. Wow.
Yeah. Any other questions?
So do you have, I know you were talking about God's food. Are there any supplementation? Like I see there's supplements on the table.
Yes. So food is the foundation, right? I don't push. I tell the people in the program that it's not mandatory, although highly recommended, because we're not perfect eaters, and so I do believe in supplementation. Shaklee is the only products I recommend. Been around since 1956. They are the #1 natural nutrition company in the country, and I've aligned with them, been with them since 2012. Sergeant Major knows it. You know, been with them like forever because they align with my philosophy. No artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners, no preservatives, whole food supplements. As a matter of fact, I saw a video years ago by the founder of Shaklee, Dr. Forrest C. Shaklee, who's now deceased. I saw a video where he said, "We vow never to make a product that would harm even one tissue cell in the human body." I'm like, "Ooh, had me at hello." Okay, got me. But yeah, so I said, okay, I can get with that. So yeah, so I do believe there are 4 supplements. I believe everybody, because people say, "Well, what do I need?" I said, "Well, you could need a lot of stuff, but 4 basic things I think everybody should take every single day: a reputable multivitamin, a reputable vitamin D, a reputable fish oil, and a reputable probiotic." 4 things, basic, right? And I do have some, and this is just some extra stuff I had at home, some vitamin D up here. I got some advanced joint health. So this is improves joint mobility and flexibility, supports long-term joint health. Of course, you know, running the marathons, I was taking this all the time. But it says joint comfort in as few as 5 days. Easy digestive enzyme. Got a little protein up here. This right here is one of Shaklee's latest products. It's a sparkling water, sparkling protein, but it has 40 grams of protein. This is amazing. Zero grams of sugar, but it has monk fruit. But it says zero grams of sugar, but it has monk fruit in it. But yeah, this is amazing. 40 grams of protein. It's hard to get that much protein out of anything, yet alone a sparkling water. You say, what is? It's a sweetener. It's a sweetener.
Was there any products that you used when you were recovering your husband in those 8 days? Any staple product that you used in conjunction with your plan?
It was just God's food. I mean, he takes Shaklee supplements. He takes, his vitamins. But yeah, it was literally, that's it. It's hard to believe, I know. But literally, I'm giving you, I'm not holding anything back. I'm telling you, it's God's food. That's it. I don't do any other supplements other than Shaklee. I don't do no sea moss, no CBD, spirulina. I don't do any of that. God's food is it for me. I stay right there and I do Shaklee supplements. That's it.
So, do you ever get into like any herbs, like basic herbs, like no herbs?
I'm just saying I don't. I mean, like to season my food, but I don't like not in the sense that you're talking about. When I tell you I don't, I keep it basic because for me those are shiny balls. So everybody is chasing a shiny ball. It's something new all the time. I'm like, I'm not chasing it. I'm gonna stay right in the pocket with God's food. It's something different. There's something different every month. I'm not doing it. Rabbit holes. Shaklee has collagen. I take collagen. I take collagen. Absolutely. They have everything. Yeah. Yeah, they have everything. But I don't chase these shiny balls. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dairy. Not a fan. Dairy creates a lot of mucus in the body. It makes the blood more acidic, right? Cancer thrives in acidic conditions. So I'm not a fan of dairy. It creates inflammation. So, no. It's sugar. The sugar. That's one of those things where the body doesn't discriminate. Yogurt is one that'll take that too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's sugar. It's sugar. I take a probiotic from Shaklee. It's sugar. And I'm not saying never do it, but some people do that every day and they think they're doing it for probiotic. I'm like, no, you're doing it for the sugar. You're doing it for the sugar.
What do you recommend about fasting? Like, I know you said people are chasing shiny objects. Intermittent fasting.
No, I'm a fan. That's good. Intermittent fasting is good. The body needs to see. The body can't heal itself if we're constantly eating. So the body heals itself when you stop. As long as you're eating, it can't heal, because it's like when you stop eating, they say, okay, nothing coming down. Okay, now we can go fix this. Oh, here comes something again. Yeah, see the people that's grazing all day, just graze. I'm just eating nuts, but you eat nuts all day. Just grazing. So the way I see that, think of it as like, so everything we eat breaks down the glucose, breaks down the sugar, right? So think of it like this. Even when you're grazing on healthy stuff, like you just putting, this is the gas pump in your tank. You just putting sugar in your blood all day, even though it's nuts. Grazing all day. And the body can't heal itself because it's constantly digesting. So when you stop, right, the body has a chance to heal. So intermittent fasting is a good thing. That's a great question. Sugar, especially wine. Ooh, that's the worst. Yeah. Yeah, you got to build up your health bank account. You got to get out the red. Yeah. That's a great question. Yes.
Sometimes it can feel overwhelming with all the information. What's the smallest first step you could recommend somebody to take for like the first few days of the week?
What was overwhelming about what I said? You thought that was overwhelming?
I think just overwhelming and trying to start something again, trying to change a diet, trying to start a routine, and knowing where to start. So if you had to recommend like the first baby step.
Stop with the sugar. So I'm a cutter. I'm not a weaner. I cut. And so, you're laughing at me. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm a cutter, and so it's the sugar because it's the most people are addicted to sugar, right? They really are. And I told Sergeant Major when we were on the live, I said people are going to ask about the sugar on the call, and somebody asked when we were there because most people they cannot imagine a life without sugar, and so I thought what I said was very simple, just protein and veggies. That would be where I would start. I would just even cut out the fruit because what's going to happen is If I don't say cut out the fruit, you'll be fruiting it up all day, which is still sugar, right? Because the body, see, you'll rationalize it, it's God's food, right? But it's the dopamine hit. So if you know it's going to tickle your fancy, don't do it, right? It's a tickler. If you know it's a tickler, don't do it. I'm sorry. Did that answer? Okay. I'm sorry.
I spent some time at a hospital not too long ago, and one of the things that they did to me was put me on a ration for water intake.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is not enough water for me. I need more than this. So I found myself eating and munching a lot of fruit because of the liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And it got so bad, I asked for a wipe rag.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I got it cold and got some water on it because I wanted to throw it over my head. At least that's the story that I used. Here, if I find myself biting on the rag
Just to get the water? Wow.
it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm not a doctor, so I have no idea why they didn't give you water. I don't know.
I forget how many, I forget the amount of water, like maybe 3 cups, 4 cups a day or something.
I don't know.
Well, the biggest problem I was having was I was retaining a lot of water also.
Yeah, because you weren't getting any.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. I'm saying, so the body is very smart. If you don't have water, if it's not getting enough, it's going to retain whatever you give it, right? The little that you give it is going to retain, but the more you drink, the more it say, okay, because it said, no, we're going to hold on to this because we don't know when we're going to get some more, right? Yeah. So do y'all know how much water you should be drinking? So half your body weight in ounces, right? And that's really with a sedentary lifestyle. If you're exercising, which I hope you are, if you're exercising, yes, and you're sweating, then you should be drinking more than that. But baseline is half your body weight in ounces is what you should be drinking. And here's something too. Just think about sugar, right? So the average female should be consuming no more than 24 grams of sugar a day. The average male, 36 grams. And so this is how you can compute how many grams. So 1 teaspoon of sugar is equivalent to 4 grams of sugar. So you look on the back and you're reading the label and something says 20 grams of sugar. How many teaspoons is that? 5, right? Did y'all get that? 4 grams is equal to 1 teaspoon, right? So I do demonstrations sometimes. I go to places like Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You know, you have your avocado or your blimey limey that has over 100 grams of sugar, right? 25 teaspoons of sugar. So in the glass, that's about that much sugar that you're drinking, right? And so you see people, they'll leave the gym and then they'll go there and think they're doing something, right? And I mean, I'm like, this is crazy, right? And so I'm just saying, or at Starbucks, these drinks, 55, 60, 70, 80 grams of sugar. Dunkin' Donuts, the same thing. It's a lot of sugar, Or you talk about the sodium, right? Average person should consume no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium. You know how many teaspoons of sodium that is? How many teaspoons? That's 1. 2,300 milligrams of sodium is 1 teaspoon of salt. Anybody think they're consuming more than 1 teaspoon? Okay. This is why 3/4 of the American population is dealing with high blood pressure. And especially if you're eating out, right? I think Chick-fil-A, who are my Chick-fil-A people? Come on, y'all know y'all like Chick-fil-A, okay? Chick-fil-A full of sodium, right? That number 1 with just the bread, the chicken, and the pickle, okay? That thing has about 1,300 milligrams of sodium in that sandwich. Well, praise God. Yeah, well, it's the sodium, it's the MSG, right? Monosodium glutamate is in the chicken and the coating on the chicken. It's the artificial color in the pickles. As a matter of fact, here's a a pickle, right? When you see a pickle on the sandwich, what color is it? Okay, but what is a pickle? What is a pickle really made of? What? Cucumber. What color is inside of a cucumber? It's white, exactly. So, what two colors did you learn in grade school make green? Yellow and blue. So when you look on the ingredients label, you see, right? You'll see blue 1 and yellow 5 for that pickle. Artificial colors. Okay? Isn't that crazy? So when you go to these stores, they put the pickles on the sandwiches and they're green, you know it's filled with artificial colors because cucumbers are white. But I'm just saying, so when people say people just all of a sudden got cancer, nobody all of a sudden gets cancer. Nobody all of a sudden gets anything. They were healthy. No, they were not. Nobody all of a sudden you are. When you know the truth, when you realize how we've been duped, we've been falling for the okie doke. Nobody all of a sudden, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. I remember when we were in the military, this guy, he used to run all the time, you know, PT test. He was running 12-minute, 2 miles, whatever. And like a half an hour after the PT test, he had a massive heart attack, died. And they were like, see, ma'am, I told you, it doesn't matter what you do. I said, Let's wait for the autopsy. I promise you, nobody just up and has a heart attack. I don't care how fast they were running. It does, no. And the autopsy came back. They said his arteries were so clogged, they exploded. That was DC Guard.
Okay, no, because that same thing happened when I was up Fort Gordon. I think I was in Enoch. I know it's not called that now, but I did a PT test around the track, and there's this guy in great shape, and we found out like the next day he died after that PT test. I thought it was maybe the same.
No, but yeah, but it's. I'm telling you, you can't outrun a bad diet. You understand? Physical fitness and wellness is not the same thing. Conditioning and wellness is not the same thing. Okay? I tell people these muscles, they look good, but that don't mean I'm healthy. You can still have muscles and still be diabetic. You can still have high cholesterol, still have inflammation in your body. So I'm like, it's about the blood work. What's the A1C? What's the LDL? What's the HDL? What's your blood pressure? Okay? That's health. How you feel. Like I'm looking at people. I'm like, you look like your feet hurt. Like you don't walk well. You're going up the steps sideways and backwards, and like you're not well. That's not wellness. I saw a hand. I'm sorry.
My weakness is bread. Sourdough bread. Pumpernickel. Bread. And I eat 2 slices every morning.
Woo.
Jelly and my son always preaches it's too much carb. They're gone. 2 slices of bread is too much. I'm sorry.
Okay, but it's more than the bread. It's more than the bread. I understand you eat bread every day, but it's you because you just told me what happened. So it's more than bread. Right? It's more than bread. I promise you it's more than bread. That might be the only thing that stands out to you, but it's more than bread.
So, you know, how about the whole business of cultural issues in terms of diet? I mean, I can eat rice and beans every day. Me too.
I mean, so what?
From where we from? I ain't never gonna pass a pork tenderloin.
Listen, okay, listen. Here's the thing. We can either choose life or death. That's it. Okay, then if that's how you feel about it. This is the truth, because I have people that come to me and they say, people that's from the islands or whatever, this is how we grew up. I said, well, that's no different from the African Americans. They grew up with fried chicken. You have to change if you want to change. That's it. So You got to throw that cultural stuff out the window, though, is what I'm saying.
In regards to the diet, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about right now is diet.
But if I go home, I tell my mom I cannot eat that rice. She's gonna cry. I will have black.
Well, here's the thing. You said if you go home, though. Yeah. Prayerfully, your health bank account is in the black.
Yeah, my wife and my mom.
Okay. That's your cross to bear. Yeah. I'm saying we have to change. That's all. If you want to change, you got to change. I choose life. Anybody here choose life? I choose life.
Can I ask you, when it comes to like degenerative diseases with bone, is the foods, what types of foods for people who are losing like spinal degenerative disease?
It's a great question. Great question.
How do you modify your diet to help?
Great question. Great question. So I get asked this all the time. People want to know, what type of food should I eat for this particular condition? I said it's not a particular food for a particular condition. It's God's food for all conditions, like literally, right? And so you talked about bone. Well, that's part of the skeletal system, right? That's an organ system. The same rules apply. The same. I've helped people with osteoporosis. What's the other one they have? Rheumatoid arthritis. I've seen it all. I can't say I've seen it all. I've seen a lot. I promise you, it's God's food for all conditions. And I know this seems like, this is unbelievable. He's looking at me like, you done bumped your head. I'm just telling you. Okay, I've seen too much. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen too much. And it's true. It's true.
So I'm glad you said, God's food, also, because I am on blood pressure medication. Right? I fought it, high flu COVID 2020, when I went for my, my regular checkup. The doctor was like, "Oh, you have high blood pressure." High blood pressure. I said, "No, I don't." I said, "I don't ever have high. What are you talking about?" So they took my blood pressure like 4 times. They was like, "It's high," and I was like, so she was like, she was talking, and I was like, and then I said, okay, everything that was going on during COVID, some family stuff, that was the stress. That's where I was getting the stress from. Family members are stressing me out. So when she said that day, I was like, I changed right there, because I was like, if I'm not taking care of myself, I can't help anybody else.
That's right.
So I made that change right then and there, right? So for 2 years, I fought taking blood pressure medication. I didn't do it from when she said. So 2-3 years later, she was like, "Okay, you're gonna have to take it." And I said, "Why?" I kept fighting it. So she said, "Well, if you don't, you're gonna make your heart do more work."
Absolutely.
So I said, "Okay." That made me, during COVID, I started working out and I changed my diet, and I lost some. So here we are. I started fasting last year because she suggested that. I did that last year. I lost because I gained. Anyway, went back. She saw that it went down, and I said, "Okay, so when can I get off of it?" Right? She said, "Well, if you do that, because you work out and you do this, that's gonna cause your blood pressure to rise, right?" And I was just like, I don't know.
No.
I'm taking it. It's 5. I'm doing 5. I have 5 milligrams. But I just didn't.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So when
It's
you're
not
saying
true.
food, God's food, I was like, okay, I can get off of it.
You can.
I've been fighting it because I'm not one to take medication. That's
Yeah.
the only medication that I'm taking.
Yeah.
I take vitamins every day. I change my diet. I eat more healthy. But for just some reason, this is the VA guy.
Yeah. No, it's food. It's always food. It's food.
I'm glad you. And when you said, and I'm taking amlodipine.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said, I was like, okay. So thanks for
Confirming. Yeah. All roads lead back to God's food. It's always food. People say, I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Or you're doing some other stuff too. I'll just say that. Any other questions? Was this helpful? Yeah? Okay. I got.
Let's give her some love. So, I was watching her live the other day. No, it was a poster she had the other day, and she had on this beige sweatsuit. It was dope. The pants was little. I was checking your outfit out. I said,
Okay.
you know what she's missing? She's missing a VGA top to go with that. And so on this, it has the Veterans Growing America logo.
Mm-hmm.
On the sleeve, it says leaders. It says heroes. And then on the back, it says let's grow.
Let's grow.
Let's grow. And the reason why we have grow in our name is because growing is uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment that you start to grow, things change in your life for the better.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to share this with you. You used to giving the awards. Now I can get to give you something. And so I want to give you this Veterans Growing America sweatshirt to remind you that you're a veteran.
I am.
And that you're growing America.
Mm-hmm.
And that you're a leader and you're a hero to a lot of people.
Praise God.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully I'm shrinking America. No, this is great. Thank you. Listen, this stuff here, you all, it's not free, but you can name your price and you can have it. Name your price. I just want to get rid of it. Name your price and you can get it.
So before you leave, let the people know how they can work with you.
So most people start with the free masterclass. I am the hopemasterclass.com. I do have select one-on-one clients. I'm on all social medias, Rochelle T Parks. Rochelle T Parks on everything. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. If you know my name, you know how to find me. RochelleTParks.com is my website. And yeah, I tell everybody starting the masterclass. It's going to be more in depth of what I said here and just going to give you a better understanding because I try to send people through that so you can kind of get an understanding of what I'm about, what I stand for, and, just gives you a good foundation before you actually get into the program. Because people coming to me cold turkey, that can be rough. That can be rough. So, yeah, I am the hopemasterclass.com. That's where everybody should start. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we have 15 minutes. We got a couple prizes that we need to give out. You guys can win a shopping spree up in here. While y'all hearing your number, I want to share something with you real quick. The way that we keep the doors open in here is by y'all shopping, right? We have 12 stores in here that would love some attention from you. Buy something, please. Every section in here is a different veteran, military spouse, entrepreneur's business. By you supporting their business, you're supporting Veterans Growing America. Also, I want to shout out our sponsors, Navy Federal Credit Union. If you're in business and you don't have a Navy Federal Credit Union account, make sure you don't leave here until you get one. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything, especially if you're a business. If you have a business, you need all of the free money that you can get, and if you have an account that's charging you something, that's the wrong account. Start with our family of Navy Federal Credit Union, and they have a bunch of other great options for you. They're here every month, and they support the work that we do, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much. I also want to thank the DAB for giving that great information.
That's none of that's over there.
About the
food,
disabilities.
though. That's all food.
If you're a veteran and you served in the military, make sure you get a rating. 0%